Welcome to Earth 1111. I want to talk in this video about the super triple portal, the Lion's Gate. Now this is not just a typical Lion's Gate like we have every year. This one is extra potent, life-changing, shape-shifting for you and the world. Let's get into all the reasons why. Before, I want to actually introduce myself. I always forget that part. I'm Roxanne, I'm an Ascension guide, and I talk about spiritual awakening, ascension, as we co-create new Earth. The transformation going on the planet is all happening, and it's all related to the evolution of our entire creation itself. So subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and hit that bell for a lot more topics. Okay. The sun's coming out through the portal, so let's get right into it. This year is going to be the 888 portal. Typically it's just 2 8s, and that's because we are in a universal 8 year, 2024, right? Add that up to become 8. So a lot of people talk about it being, right, a manifesting portal. Well, it's not really about just manifesting on that material plane. What the Lion's Gate is every year is the peak magnetic spin of the Merkaba of the grids of the planet. So you yourself, all of your chakras, and when you activate your Kundalini, you actually start becoming a spiral, a vortex, a stargate. So you will activate, so I got my hair in my mouth there, you will activate counter-rotating spirals that creates a Merkaba light body vehicle. That is the same for a planet, a star, a solar system, a tiny little atomic particle. Everything has a Merkaba. Now, the Lion's Gate every year, so from around August 8th till around the 15th, is the peak magnetic spin, which really means the counterclockwise spin of the Merkaba of the entire planet. This is a massive drawing in of energy into that center core of the planet, which you can think of it like the ocean here, right? You are dissolving reality as it is, that rigid, okay, this is just the way it is, it's physical. No. We are going to be shape-shifting. You're going to be moving into a lot more trippiness, especially with all this plasma coming in, because we also have this one is big because we are right in that solar maximum of the cycle. This is why we've been having so many X-class solar flares happening all year long. Now, back during the electrical peak, which is the maximum spin of the clockwise spin of the Merkaba of the planet, that was in May. That was mid-May. Now, what happened in mid-May? Well, we had those huge auroras, northern lights, being caused by that extreme superstorm from, I think we had something like 6 or 7 X-class solar flares within a couple days' time. Now, a lot of people, right, want to talk about that those auroras were fake, they were created by HARP. We can't give away our power to these minions. I'm sorry, but there is an evolution, an organic process happening on the planet. And these little minions, these, right, so we can say there is many different people that are impulsed by negative forces to try to stop ascension. That's because they are not passing the initiation. They're not going inward and spiritualizing their own physical and doing the dirty work like you are to activate their own DNA, to activate their own Kundalini, and do the real work, which is the shadow work and the purification, to activate your multidimensionality, all the different dimensional levels of yourself. They don't want to do that. So they think that they can use technologies to try to stop it. So we can't give them credit. Those auroras that happened in May were real. I actually did a video on them because I got a message about so many people got activated with their celestial, angelic, 6-dimensional selves at the time. They got their wings, let's say. So check it out after the video for a lot more. But right now we are in the peak magnetic spin, which is really the drawing in and recoding of the magnetic field of the crystal core of the planet. So when you recode the center core of something, the heart of something, you recode everything in the surface. So never before have we had a planet going through these major magnetic atomic shifts with people existing, right, beings on the surface of the planet. Typically, these shifts that happen are so catastrophic and chaotic that you can't have beings on the surface because we have so much grid damage. That's why you're here. You're here to be an anchor point. You're here to be the stargate, the opening conduit, just like an acupuncture point, right? Now, we run energy through our system, but we also allow, when we have that super magnetic pull into the planet, there's so much more energy, massive frequency that needs to then dissipate up to the core and outward. And that's actually what caused a lot of the fires and things like that. I will be talking about that in a video coming up, because I want to talk about how, you know, the reason why we have so many extreme weather events happening right now. And last year, of course, we also had, right on the peak, we had those fires that happened in Hawaii. So we got to realize, with extra energy, with the drawing in of energy, people like you get to be the ones to have these extra frequencies move through your channel and dissipate outward. So it's kind of like you have this ball of yarn and you start loosening, and then you're able to then unwind all those knots. And that's a lot of times what we're doing. We are the conduit for all the energies moving through the ley lines, through the axiotonal lines, right? This is like the energy currents of the planet. Now, Merkaba field is created on every single level, from the tiny atomic level to the massive galaxy. But the Merkaba field is created automatically because of these spirals. You have counter-rotating spirals, one coming up from the planet, from the center core of the planet. Especially if you have activated your Merkaba, you are connected into the core of the planet. And then, of course, we draw in energy from above, all the systems from above as well. Think of it like a ceiling fan, right? When you spin it one way, you push air outward. When you spin it the opposite way, you actually draw in energy. Well, that's what's happening right now. It's the peak drawing in, the magnetic pull. Essentially, it's kind of like when you have, right? So the masculine principle of creation is the expansion. That's the clockwise spin, which is really a drawing out. So it's an expansion of energy, right? You're moving, you're accomplishing new territory, you are pioneering to new horizons. But eventually, if you keep going forever, you get hungry, you get thirsty, right? It's kind of like, think of it like the pioneers back in the day, right? They would leave their village to see what was beyond the mountain, to see what was beyond. Eventually, you lose power, or you get so far out of center point that you start creating a creation that becomes so rigid, you get so far away, you can't make your way back to the center. And that's kind of what we did on this planet, right? There's been so many things created that now it's time to, okay, we are bringing back all the knowledge, all the wisdom, the experience, the information, the resources back to the center, so you can shape-shift, pivot, and have all that energy to then, like a wave, you can create something new. You can pivot and start creating something new, something that's aligned. And that is really what the magnetic peak is, synthesizing, unifying, embodying all the multidimensional aspects of self. And that's why back in May, we had a lot of people activating their Kundalini, right? Moving up in their ascension. Well, now we got the embodiment, moving into the body, grounding, synthesizing, embodying. So the Lion's Gate is that powerful every single year, but this is why we have an extra powerful year with the solar maximum happening, so the extra strong frequencies, right? This is a maximum that only happens every 11, 12 years. And of course, the 888 portal, which is only happens every 10 years as well. So this is like almost like a lock and a lock and a lock. Everything's opening up on many different dimensional levels, which really you can think of it as reality as we know it is dissolving rapidly. This is why the world's going crazy. But you're probably feeling a lot of the ascension symptoms of it. It was really dense last week when we had, there was a major reconnection event happened last week, right kind of right after that full moon, the line to Pluto. So it was just like a veil, like I said, the inner core of the planet, a veil opened up, and a new layer that before was inaccessible was then opened, and with that, a lot of debris comes flying out through the grids. It's a lot of pressure, a lot of things that need to be released and processed. So a lot of you, I did post about it on Instagram, Facebook, and TikTok. If you're not already following me on those, definitely follow me for a lot more updates, because I did talk about that. And then, and of course, that also began a lot of those lightning storms that led to wildfires because of all of the energy that needed to dissipate from that opening in the inner core of the atomic doorway. So this Lion's Gate is so powerful that you don't want to waste it with outside distractions, right? This is why we have the Olympics. This is why we have, right, the political drama going on, and we have just so many problems out here. This is, remember, this is a drawing in of all of the multidimensional aspects of yourself. Get inward, really synthesize them, sit with them, allow them to process, allow yourself to really shape shift at the inner core level right now. So you can then, after this time of major integration, you can then blast out into the world a brand new person. I will be posting a video coming up next about timeline shifts and what's the process of them, step by step, and what are the signs and symptoms of them, because we're going through a major one right now. So definitely subscribe to the channel and hit that bell if you haven't already, because it really supports my videos get out to more people as well. Now, this Lion's Gate is also related to, right, the lion. This is connected to the Sirius, but also Lyran star systems. Now, it's not connected to the Sirius portal, right? We actually had that a month ago. I did a video on that, the Sirius star portal. That was a month ago where our sun aligned to Sirius, which is really our six-dimensional stargate or six-dimensional sun. Now, what this is this is actually more connected to our guardian self and our 12th dimensional self, which is really also related to the great white lion grid. So this, we can think of it like, so this grid runs actually the axiatonal lines of the planet. This is like, so the great white lion, we can think of it like the Lyrans, the Lyrans. So a lot of you have that connection to the Lyran constellation. Well, that holds our avatar consciousness, our 10th, 11th, 12th dimensional aspects of ourself that exist right now in that other space-time coordinate. So it's not that you just have these other beings that are protecting you. That is your guardian self that we can embody right now. Now, the great white lion grid that really is the axiatonal lines of the planet, the ley lines that run north to south. Now, that actually, the core of the lion is actually in the south of France, where the 12th dimensional stargate is. So that, again, it connects right through to Lyra. But it also is displayed as the Sphinx. Now, the Sphinx in Egypt is actually not a pharaoh. It was a lion. It was changed, altered, just like everything else in our history, right? To try to suppress us and separate us from our multidimensional guardian selves, right? All of the aspects of ourself that where we can connect right through to source vertically. So I always say, go vertical. You don't need a middleman. You don't need to channel some exterior anything or get your information from someone else. Instead, go direct. That is how you connect to your guardian self and all of your aspects of source. And now is a perfect time to start opening up the veils and embodying them, becoming them, living them. So that is why we've got to realize that this Lion's Gate is also linked to the Leo constellation. So we're in Leo season, but we're actually not in Leo season yet. We are still in Cancer, and that's because where the zodiac signs are is not actually where the star systems are. So if you look at a star map, we're still in Cancer season, which is why a lot of times, right, they say, oh, okay, well, Leo season this is all about being creative and you have your heart open and you're doing it, you have lots of energy and excitement. I don't know about you, but I'm kind of exhausted right now. We're in the integration. We're in that Cancer energy. Now, Leo season, when we actually do align to Leo, the constellation, actually happens at the opening of the Lion's Gate on August 8th. So that week is so powerful. Think about what a lion is, right? So it's not just the white lions from Lyra. It is actually, think about what a lion consciousness, the archetype of the lion represents. Royalty, power, courage. There's this great quote that says, the truth is like a lion. You don't have to defend it. You just let it loose and it defends itself. And that is what's happening right now. We don't have to try to wake anybody up and defend anything. Be the lion. Be that courageous one. Step into your guardian self this summer. And you're going to have more excitement, more creative power, that raw heart energy coming up. Not right now as much, right? Even though we are supposedly in Leo season, we're not. But right around the Lion's Gate, you're going to have so much shape-shifting, timeline shifts, transformations happening as we lead into there. You're integrating pieces of you like never before. We are dissolving reality like never before. And the 888 manifesting portal of the Lion's Gate isn't really about manifesting yourself some money or something small. Manifesting, embodying your greatest, highest self, your guardian self, your God self, embodied. So don't waste it on external distractions because it's going to get crazier. Remember that when you stay in that center point, go direct because it's all about the vertical right now. Now I'm giving away a free course called Manifesting 2.0 New Earth Abundance until the Lion's Gate 888 portal on August 8th. This will be with any purchase of one of my other courses, Ascension Magic or Epic Shift CEO. So if you're ready to dive deep, right now we are in that pivotal moment of stepping into our dreams and not just financial freedom, but I want you to make sure that you are in that flow of infinite abundance on every single level, health-wise, love, creativity, everything. We are in just that energy is so heightened right now that you don't want to waste it. So if you want to go deep and transform your life on every single level, inside and out, then definitely sign up before August 8th and I will give you that Manifesting 2.0 course completely free. So thank you so much. You can check out some more in the description box below for more details and my website, earth1111.com. And thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel and share my videos on your social media platforms. I'm on Instagram, TikTok, X, and Facebook. Follow me there for different content. And if this video helps you, please give it a thumbs up and share it and comment below what you are going to manifest this potent Lionsgate portal and the energies of August that are just ripe for brand new beginnings. Lots of love. I'm Roxanne. Subscribe to the channel, and we'll see you soon on Earth 1111. Take care. Bye.